Really, Justin. Really, Justin.
Really, Naya.
Really, Justin. What you gonna post this to?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I come to get my laptop, that I left the other.
So just so you have the context of what's going on here, his caption says, "This what happened when I became a step dummy and moved into her Section 8. So apparently he decided to become a stepfather, not legally, I would assume. That wouldn't be smart. So I guess he's just saying he done stepped up. He moved into her Section 8. He been taking an active role in her child's life or whatever. But I doubt they're married. But how are you moving into her Section 8? We need to understand that because that's not legal. And so this might be even more diabolical than what it initially leads on. And there may be further implications. But let's get back into it.
So I come to get my laptop, that I left the other day when I went to sleep at my niece's house because somebody needed time and space for their career.
What?
I left my laptop over here, so I came to get it. And I get here, and the person that I had to be daddy for, because he didn't want to be a dad in the beginning, he in the house with his game hooked to the TV I bought.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? His clothes in here. He just chilling. I got to leave. I live here.
Just until we finish talking.
I live here. He's gone.
Oh, this is insane. Oh, this is going left real quick. Because I was already, if you didn't hear, see, brother, cut your losses, man. And he's probably going to report her now. And he's recording this too. But pay attention to this. He said he left his laptop. What was that excuse that she gave again? That he gave? She gave him an excuse that he had to get up out of there. What was the excuse? That I remember when he said the excuse, I was like, oh, this is BS. And I know what it really is. I'm going to disclose what it really is. I don't know it for sure, but allegedly, what I'm able to gather. But let me hear that excuse again.
I had to be daddy for, because he didn't want to be a dad in the beginning.
Hold on.
I left my laptop over here, so I came to get it. And I get here, and the person that I had to be daddy for, because he didn't want to be a dad in the beginning, he in the house
With the game
with
hooked
his
up.
game. So I come to get my laptop.
There you go. Hold on.
That I left the other day when I went to sleep at my niece's house because somebody needed time and space for their career.
Yes. That was the excuse that she gave him. So I guess she just rolled over one day in the morning and just all of a sudden told him, and he's been stepping up for her kids. She just decided to roll over one day and tell him, I need you to get up out of here because I need some time and space for my career. And that didn't flag to him. And she had him get up out of there so fast. Like this was so immediate that this brother left out of there with an important thing like his laptop. I can't imagine leaving my laptop if I know that I actually have to leave somewhere for a little while. That lets you know how quick she pushed him up out of that house. And now we see why she pushed him up out of that house. Because she was trying to get somebody else in. So it seems like this might have been done in passion. She started tingling and she wanted that old thing back. And now that old thing's in the house with his feet kicked up, playing the game with his kids, and they a family again. And now you ish out of luck. Let's get back into it. I mean, it really just writes itself, to be honest. This is just insane. And I'm surprised he went for that and he didn't have enough self-respect to just want to be done with her completely. But before we get back into it, if you could like the video, I greatly appreciate it. It only takes a second and it actually helps out more than you know. And it's really just a click. Really just a click. So if you're here anyway, you might as well just go ahead and click that like button. And also if you can hype the video as well.
I left my laptop over here, so I came to get it. And I get here, and the person that I had to be daddy for, because he didn't want to be a dad in the beginning, you know, he in the house with his game hooked to the TV I bought. You know what I'm saying?
TV you
His
bought.
clothes in here. He just chilling. I got to leave. I live here.
Just until we finish talking.
I live here. He's gone. He's gone.
Wow.
You proud
You
of
gonna post
yourself?
it on Facebook?
You proud of yourself?
Hey,
It's
Proud of
funny.
myself?
It's funny.
And she gonna look at him and be laughing.
His gang hooked the TV I bought. And then
She think you a joke, man. That's why she's laughing in your face. She's smiling in your face. This is what we have to deal with. This is what we have to deal with. This dude been doing everything right, handling responsibilities, and she think it's a game. And she's taking real crazy chances. Because now she's gonna lose her voucher over these little petty games. I thought you needed it. It's people on Section 8 that don't even need it. And then she's playing two men at the same time, getting them to give her extra money because she can't work and make any money. Otherwise, they would dial back her benefits. And then she'd still be sitting here thinking that it's a game. And so the same way you're manipulating these men, you're also manipulating the system as well, because it's clear that you don't need these benefits, and you got men staying in your home. You're defrauding these men, and you're getting them to invest into something, and you're also defrauding the system. And that's where I have a problem, because I'm a taxpaying citizen. So I have a problem. I have a problem with that, man. I feel like it's personal to me as well, especially when we see these situations happen, and now you're smiling like it's funny. And so I'm also invested in this.
his gang hooked the TV I bought. And then she gives the daughter I've been raising, the daughter I taught how to speak, the daughter I taught how to walk, the
Damn.
daughter I taught how to use
He
the
been
pot.
around for a while.
She gave her to him. You know what I'm saying? This shit crazy, man. You said that your baby daddy that didn't want to be a father, that you said had AIDS, all this shit. You said he came to pick up Summer, but his PlayStation hooked to the TV. That's what you saying.
I said he came over yesterday.
And why was he here yesterday?
To come chill with Summer.
You said get Summer. Now it's chill with Summer. You say
Man, look at this officer. I'm you know what? This brother, man, I appreciate him. Because this is really what we need to be looking at. I didn't know that officer was there. He's doing this from a great place, from a content creation standpoint that helps us tremendously. It makes it a little bit humorous as well. Look at how this officer is looking when they sitting here arguing. The officer ain't even trying to de-escalate no more. He's actually invested like the rest of us. He's trying to hear the story. He's like, he got what? Is it full blown? The officer's like, what? But honestly, it's not funny. It's really embarrassing. And I'm tired of this embarrassing stuff. And so y'all be putting it out here anyway. So I'm going to come on and I'm going to be talking about it, and I'm going to be holding it up as the foolishness that it is, and I'm going to be critiquing it, because it needs to be critiqued more, because we can't critique it and we got to act like it doesn't exist and we just got to smile about it. No. This stuff is craziness, and it's an embarrassment on our community. And it's an embarrassment, and ultimately I have a say in it, because this reflects back on all of us, and y'all are just insane. This reflects back on all of us and affects all of our perception when we get out here and we try to do the things that we're trying to do because of ignorance like this. And this dude, he's about to go, this officer is about to go tell his family and be laughing at the dinner table about this craziness.
they had AIDS, all this shit. You say he came to pick up Summer, but his PlayStation hooked to the TV. That's what you saying.
I said he came over yesterday.
And why was he here yesterday?
to come chill with Summer.
You said get Summer. Now it's chill with Summer. You said he came to get Summer yesterday, but his PlayStation hooked to the TV I bought. He back here today at 12
He was there
a.m.
to
to
come
pick
chill
up
with
Summer.
you.
His PlayStation still hooked
Stop
to the TV. 3 days after you told me I had to leave because you needed to focus on you and your career and niggas,
Ooh.
dudes. You
Ain't that something? Man, she is diabolical. And look how she's trying to gaslight him right now. So now she's saying, oh, and he came over yesterday to come chill with Summer. But somehow, chronologically, that lines up when you told your man that you need some time so you can focus on your career. And you're going to sit here and you're going to still sit here and lie in this man's face like this. This is what we have to deal with, man. Really? Yeah, pack up, get everything, hurry up. I need you out as soon as possible. And then all of a sudden, he comes back and this dude is in the house chilling. And you're talking about some, no, he came over yesterday to come chill with Summer. But that lines up when you told me you needed me up out of here. Why he couldn't come chill with her when I was here? Brother, you would be wise to hurry up and get from around this woman before she winds up pregnant. And now you spending 9 months wondering whose kid it is. And you just tied up not knowing. You just need to get the heck away from her as fast as possible. She's toxic and she is a horrible person for a plethora and multitude of reasons. She's defrauding the system and she's defrauding you.
I had to leave because you needed to focus on you and your career and niggas, dudes, you ain't have space for that. You ain't have space for our relationship. The person that's been here through thick and thin, regardless if I stayed home a week because Summer got sick and got me sick and I couldn't go to work and gave you 300 out of the 350 I made because I was sick. Whatever I got, I give, and that's the real. Come on, bro. It ain't about money. It's about loyalty. It's about.
Look at that. And this is how they be manipulating. You got to stay on point. They just looking for something. She's just looking for something in order to move on to something else. Here's what I mean. She's deflecting. She was waiting for you to give her an opportunity for her to change the subject and deflect it away from the main topic that we're here about today that we discovered in real time. So she's trying to move on to something else. And that's ultimately an attempt to avoid accountability and basically also to fatigue you. You end up, once you start arguing about the money now, then she going to jump to something else. By the time it's all said and done, you lose track of the original thing and you're just tired. And that's why we got to stop all this talking. Brother, you got to make a decision because now she got you talking about some money. She done changed it to money now. When meanwhile, the offense was she intentionally, see, we got to lay it out and we got to keep it here. She intentionally was plotting with her baby father to what I believe is to have some fun time. And she plotted that all the way to where they decided, yeah, tell him anything that you need a little space or whatever so you can get him up out of there because I want to get my rocks off real quick. And I feel like I'm entitled to that with you because we got kids. And so get him up out of the house for a period of time so that I can come there, knock your boots, chill. We can have some romance. I'm selling it to you. And then whatever. That's what we're here about. And that's malicious and that's egregious. But now she got you arguing about whether or not you spent $300. And this is what'll happen, man. And I'm tired of it happening because we can't have any accountability ever, and we can never actually solve these problems. And then people just get to continue to do these crazy things because objectively, with the information that we have within this situation, this is a good man. He's considering himself a stepfather. That tells you the involvement that he had been taking in her children's lives. And so she's not even thinking about her kids. And this is what we see. Just selfish all the way across the board. And at the same time, destroying a good man who's coming into this with good intentions. He's talking about the money he's spending. He's referring to your child like it's his, taking that responsibility. And this is what you do to him.
Sick and got me sick, and I couldn't go to work, and brought and gave you 300 out of the 350 I made because I was sick. Whatever I got, I give, and that's the reason. Come on, bro. It ain't about money. It's about loyalty. It's about. Come on, bro. You don't know what it's about. You know, the dude. Listen, you asked me to have a baby with you and killed it. Yeah, cause you got this dude.
I was paying for everything. I'm not gonna have
When were you were not paying for everything. You had a baby.
It's 1 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, you had a baby.
It's 1 o'clock in the morning.
Homeless and no car. You had the baby.
I was 17.
Okay, you're not 17 now, and he back around with his PlayStation hooked to my TV.
Co-parent. What are you talking about?
Co-parent? You had a parent in the house. What you talking about co-parenting? You just kicked her parent that taught her how. I taught her how to talk. I taught her how to use the pot. I taught her how to walk. And you talking about you had to co-parent with this guy who didn't want to be a parent?
Never said that you couldn't be in her life, but quite frankly, we not finna be together. I didn't want to be with you.
You want to be with him. That's why his PlayStation hooked to the TV that I bought.
Brother, stop doing it to yourself. She just said it right there. Stop doing it to yourself. Bro. And see, when it gets like this, she done got everything. You done invested everything. You didn't expect no reciprocation whatsoever. You didn't even expect respect. You want me to tell you how I know he didn't expect respect? Fellas, put this into perspective. You done stepped up. You done moved into this home. You pretty much paying all the bills because that's the setup in the arrangement. You get a man with a job while you have Section 8. And now you got all this income being saved and coming in. And you're able to live this lifestyle. And you still get all your bills free. And you still can go grocery shop like it's nothing. Shop till you drop. Don't even got to look at the price. It's a wonderful lifestyle, ain't it? But fellas, again, let's stay on track. You live somewhere. This is your home. Like literally. This is your home. Now imagine your woman just come up to you and just say, what did she say? I need some space so I can focus on my career. And just get you and say, yeah, you got to just pack your stuff and get up out of the house. Is that normal? What you mean? He just got up out of the house. No questions asked. He just took it. Just like he's continuing to go back and forth. And eventually, because she keeps throwing ish at the wall, seeing if it's going to stick. Eventually, she going to say something where it stick. She really just said that she really don't even like you like that. She don't care about you. And that's when you keep trying to hold somebody accountable to the point to where their back is against the wall, what happens when you put a rabid animal's back against the wall? They bite at you, don't they? They scared. But eventually, when that back is against the wall, they attack. So you don't put her back against the wall so much to where she couldn't escape it. She tried to jump to the finance. You kept it right there. Good job. And so now she just struck back and she just said, I didn't even want to be with you. She done put her ick on the table and slammed it down and basically did what you should have did, which was she put you in a situation where now you got to take action. You got to make a decision. And what will typically happen is this is when guys will back down and then it'll create an opportunity where now she'll be able to say something and then he'll be like, and then he'll just look past this. And, her next excuse that's not going to make no sense, no sense. He's going to accept that because now she done put her stick on the table. And so it puts him in a position now he has to make a decision and he don't want to make this decision. He still wants to stay right here. He just wants you to give him a good enough excuse for it to be able to validate him staying. So whatever you get after this point, you deserve it.
Talking about you had to co-parent with this guy who didn't want to be a parent.
Never said that you couldn't be in her life, but quite frankly, we not finna be together. I didn't want to be with you.
You want to be with him. That's why his PlayStation hooked to the TV that
that's
I bought.
how you know.
No.
When he asked that question, that's how you know he's like still clinging on. So you want to be with him. Yeah. You done caught them together. She wants to be with him. Yes, sir. She don't want you.
That you couldn't be in her life, but quite frankly, we not finna be together. I didn't want to be with you.
You want to be with him. That's why his PlayStation hooked to the TV that I bought.
No.
Why his PlayStation end up here?
I'm not gonna keep repeating myself.
So he came to pick up Summer.
That's already squared away.
He came to pick up Summer. That's why his PlayStation hooked
She
to the
don't
TV.
care about you, bro.
Came over yesterday to see Summer.
You said he left his PlayStation.
Yes.
And he came to pick her up 12 o'clock in the morning.
Got here at 11.
Really, Naya?
Really, Justin?
Didn't I tell you? He's waiting for her to give him an excuse that he doesn't know. She done gave him an excuse now. He's like, okay, I think I can accept that. And let's just be together. Let's just work it out. Let's fix this. But this is how it's gonna go. Let's just work it out. Let's fix this. But it can never happen again. You have to promise me that. Brother, you about to be in for a world of pain. It's a lot of brothers like this, man. But I mean, it's like, can you blame them? It's like, what else is there to it's just cooked out here. It's cooked out here, man. I mean, you're gonna be dealing with this either way. Just about. It's very hard to find just a pure, righteous, good situation. Especially in my community. It's very difficult. It's just so many variables now. You don't know what you're getting. It could be, listen, you can like what you see, whatever. You don't know what's on the inside. And it could just, and a lot of it is brainwashing anyway, but a lot of it's just out of control. And I don't even know how you deal with some of this stuff. I don't know how some of these brothers deal with some of this stuff. He was already putting himself in a position where I feel like he's really being philanthropic. And by philanthropic, I mean, he's literally donating his life to take care of another man's child. And that's not good enough. That doesn't get respect. That doesn't get, at the very least, loyalty. That all that got you, and you paying money, like he said, all that got you was you getting told immediately that you got to exit the vicinity so that she could bring another man in the house. And then she just tell you that she don't even want to be with you. She don't even want to be with you. And you know what's super important about this situation? And what really lets you know that this brother is a glutton for punishment? Do you know, y'all remember this part? Hold on. What's super crazy about this situation, unless you know that this brother, he just wants to F up his life. Do you remember when they was arguing about when he got her pregnant? And didn't it sound like, and he was arguing back and forth, basically conveying the fact that he really wanted her to have that baby, but she didn't want it. Brother, she don't want no part of you. She look at you like you nothing. But he wanted it. He's trying to link himself to her. And even to the point to where he's trying to make permanent decisions with somebody that's going to run you through the ringer. He wanted it. And that was when I knew that he was a glutton for punishment for real. I'm like, wow. It's like almost like you're begging somebody to F up your life. Begging her to F up your life. Why would just crazy. Just crazy. And we gotta little things become big things. And here's what I mean. Little things become big things because she's already defrauding the government and defrauding the system by having you in the house to begin with. So she's already showing signs of deceptive practices. And you thought that somehow that couldn't fall onto how she interacts with you as well, and that's how she's moving just in life in general. This is the cognitive dissonance that we don't really pay attention to. She's already showing deceptive practices by defrauding the system by even having you in the home to begin with. She lied on the paperwork and said that or allegedly, but figuratively at least, she lied on the paperwork to say that there's not a man in the house and there is a man in the house. So what make you think she ain't gonna lie to you that her baby daddy been in there clapping? What make you think she won't lie to you that he been in there clapping? Or that he hasn't when he really has? She's lying to the government saying that there's not a man in the house when there really is. And you don't even connect those dots to say, let me watch her. Not even let me watch her. That's really your indication right there. That's your answer. And then she done gave you even more answers. Honestly, man, she's showing integrity a little bit. She's telling you what it is. She literally told him what it was. And he still decided to subject himself to that. So again, honestly, she kept it real. She kept it real. And so if you decide to stay, you don't get to come on here complaining. And I don't want to see any more videos of you acting like you done been slighted. Because this is everything you need to see. Even that officer was looking at you like, oh, this brother's going out sad. I would never. You going out sad out here, man. For what? And then you basically trying to F up your life. Get it together, man. Get it together. Because she's going to bring you down with her. She's going down. You can't keep moving like this throughout life and somehow find your way trending on an upward trajectory. It don't work like that. You can't keep doing people like this and have positive outcomes. So she's going down. Are you going to stay on that ship? Are you going to even intertangle yourself permanently with somebody like that? We got to find out. We won't find out. But I'm not a betting man. But if I had to bet, he's going to be right there on that ship. And he might even absorb the pain and the things that she's supposed to go through for her. He might even be self-sacrificial. And he might take and absorb all the blows that she has coming karmically. And then still end up assed out, and left hung to dry. Self-respect. Self-respect. Very important. Y'all, we'll leave it there for today. If you could like the video, I greatly appreciate it. It only takes a second, and it actually helps out more than you know. And also, if you could hype the video. Hype is a new feature that YouTube offers where it helps smaller content creators like myself. And basically, when you hype, it actually pushes us to the extent that it pushes the larger content creators. So you just press the hype button and it shows the points. And since I'm a smaller creator, a smaller channel, we actually get more points per hype. And hype was designed for smaller channels, so that's why. But if you come across a video and you don't see the hype button, then it's probably been over 7 days. And hype usually vanishes after 7 days. So it's usually best practice if you want to hype to just go ahead and hype while the iron is hot on a newer video. And then also if you want to become a member of the channel as well, join buttons on the video. And what becoming a member of the DXU family will come with is you would get badges next to your comments where it would show people that you are a member whenever you leave a comment, as well as you would get early access to content and also exclusive content that's not available for everyone else on YouTube. So again, if you want to become a member, join buttons on the video. But until then, I'll see you in the next video.